Okay, so this is technically part 2 of the review that I did on this, because I never really went over sound quality of this guitar. I only really went over the specs of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a sound quality, like almost test, just to show you the quality of this guitar with like the pickups on it and all the electronics. Okay, so this guitar is basically built just like a Strat. I mean, it's got like a usual Strat, like an SSS, which is standard, which are single coil pickups. It has, well, this is the pickup controller, which controls obviously which pickups are being used at the time. So in position 1, it controls this pickup only, and then when I flip it to this one, it controls these two pickups are like going to play, so like those two. Of course, I have mine on a little bit of a blurred sound, which is the tone knob. I'll go over those controls after I finish with the pickup selector. The third switch is just this middle pickup, right here. This one right here, the fourth one, controls the neck pickup and the middle pickup. And then finally, the fifth one controls just the neck pickup. So you get like almost like a Leslie or rotary effect, only not like almost not with the tremolo in it. So it's something close, but it's definitely smoother and glossier. Well, so like something like you could play Octopus's Garden on that. Like, I'm bound to screw this up. Oh, hey, look, it would help if I probably played in the right key. Or something like that. Well, okay. Now I'm gonna go over what these tone knobs do. You probably already know what the volume knob does. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. Controls the volume. Yeah. So, now what the tone knobs do, this control right here, this tone knob will control positions 4 and 5 on the pickup selector, meaning 5 all the way closest this way and 1 closest or farthest that way. So like it'll control 4. Well, this is pickup 5, selection 5, and it'll also control 4. Now, what this tone knob here will do is control positions 4, 3, and 2. And none of the tone selections control position 1. So this one will always stay clean no matter what you mess with these controls. It will always stay this trebly clean tone. So like it's signature Strat tones, because Strats, they are definitely known for their clean tones. Like in Nowhere Man, you can't get a signature tone like. Well, I screwed that up, but you get the point. I played that forever. So yeah, those are the controls. I mean, guess I'll do a little demo. I mean, the controls are they're just like a Strat, and they sound like a Strat. Like, they make 2 types of Strats technically, but this one is an SSS, so standard. An HSS would be humbucker standard, but this has 3 single coil standard Strat pickups. Now, a humbucker pickup would be something like this, which has 2 single coils in it. I'm using the SG to show you. It has 2 single coil. It has 2 of the single coil pickups put together, and they're matched so that when they're put together, if there's like, you can get a ton of feedback out of a Stratocaster. And that's like that. If you hear that, all of that, like when I switch over to clean, no feedback. So that gets canceled out if you use a humbucker pickup, because it cancels out the hum, because these two pickups, they will cancel out hum if they're close enough together and they're running on the same wire. So I guess demo. Okay, so clean, I demonstrated for you, like super clean on the Stratocaster. That would be like that solo, you can't get that, you just can't get that sound. And well, like I said, this one could be like the Let It Be solo, the 5th position, because it's just a glossy tone. It could be like, so something like that. That is glossier. I know he used I think George Harrison used a rotary effect on it, but definitely that would be the setting that you would want to use if you were playing a song like that. Now, if you want an acoustic sound out of this, you can definitely get one. You just put it in the 3rd position, leave the tone knobs all the way up, and you get, it's sort of in the middle between really trebly and really bassy. And then you have these two, which will cancel out feedback because they're using 2 of the pickups instead of just 1. They'll cancel out that feedback because both of them, well, they'll cancel out most of it. So like, here, I'll put it on position 1, set it for gain, and see, you hear all that. And then when I switch to using 2 pickups, which will be these 2, it goes away because they're canceling out their feedback. And of course, I use this setting because, like, when I want to play like songs like Crazy Train, I go like, so I use the tone down on this one so that it makes it more like blurry, I would say, instead of as clear, because that would be like, I mean, you could do it like that, but personally, I like it like this. That's just my opinion. Messing around, you can definitely mess around like with the tones. I didn't really figure out the tones like when I did that other cover, and I think I'm making this a little bit too long. When I did that other color, can't speak. When I did the other like demo or the review of it originally, I didn't know all these tone settings. Like, you can look up like all the controls online. These, like, all of this, it's just different tones, and the Strat just has a ton of tones. Unlike, well, I'm not saying the SG doesn't have as many, well, it doesn't have as many tones because it's got 3-way pickup selector when it only has 2 pickups. This guitar has 3 pickups, so it has many tone options, and just feel free to mess with it, and, you know, leave comments, subscribe, and thank you for watching.